Denji lunges towards the Eternity Devil, yanking his cord as he charges. His chainsaw arms buzz to life as he slices through the air, determined to defeat the devil. The Eternity Devil mocks him, taunting him with the knowledge that his heart is not where Denji is aiming. Despite this, Denji presses on, hacking and slashing at anything within reach. As the battle rages on, Denji begins to feel the effects of his wounds. Power warns him that he's losing too much blood, and his chainsaw arms begin to retract. The Eternity Devil cackles with glee, believing he has finally weakened Denji. But Denji is not so easily defeated. He lunges forward, sinking his teeth into the Eternity Devil's flesh and drinking deeply of its blood. Despite the foul taste, Denji savors the moment, reveling in the agony of his enemy. As Denji continues his frenzied attack on the devil before him, Himeno remembers a conversation she had with Kishibe at Sahara's gravesite. He had told her that devil hunters with a few screws loose were the ones that devils truly feared. Sahara had been too sane, and that's why he had died. The same fate had befallen Kinochi, Subaru, and Sasaki. Kishibe had explained that fear made the devil stronger, and sane people were afraid of the devil's attack. Kishibe then asks her if Aki was also sane, but Himeno replied that no sane person would dare to try and take down the gun devil. Later, Himeno approaches Aki and asks him if he wants to join her as a civilian devil hunter. She's received a good offer, and they could keep their lifestyle while also fighting devils. Aki declines, saying he's content with just meeting up with her as usual. Himeno is worried about Aki's safety, knowing that if he were to face the gun devil, his normal and gentle demeanor would put him at a severe disadvantage. Back to the present. After being knocked down by the Eternity Devil, Denji looks defeated. Himeno takes action and uses the Ghost Devil's arm to pull Denji's cord, allowing him to stand up and gain a second wind. Denji comes up with a wild idea: if he keeps cutting and drinking the Eternity Devil's blood, he'll have an endless source of energy. Himeno starts to believe that with Denji's crazy thinking, they may have a chance at defeating the gun devil. 3 days pass, and Denji is still locked in battle with the Eternity Devil. Meanwhile, Himeno seeks comfort with Aki in bed and lies beside him, saying that it's all over. The Eternity Devil suddenly exposes its weakness, revealing that it's his heart, and begs Denji to kill it to end its suffering. Denji is surprised that the fight is already over and takes a moment to process the situation. But then, with a swift slice, he strikes the heart and kills the devil. The devil hunters depart from the hotel, with Denji clutching a fragment of the gun devil. Despite feeling triumphant, he suddenly collapses, only to be caught by Himeno, who notices that he has fallen asleep. Himeno declares that they must take Aki and Denji to the hospital, while Kobeni and Hirokazu should report to the sector. At a later time, Himeno converses with Aki about organizing a welcome party for new recruits. She suggests that Division 4 has never had the opportunity to gather and bond as a team. This could also help address the issue of Kobeni and Hirokazu's desire to resign, as they may regret attempting to kill Denji and fear the devils. Aki agrees, setting the deadline for the event for the current week to accommodate Makima's impending work trip. Himeno ponders the mysterious nature of Denji, noting that the devil they encountered seemed to possess knowledge about him. She also questions Makima's level of interest in Denji, particularly as she has been staying in Tokyo rather than traveling as usual. Himeno speculates that Makima may be aware of Denji's secret and wonders what it could be. Division 4 members gather at a bar to socialize. Aki notices that Fushi didn't bring his fiend along, and Fushi clarifies that his fiend isn't as rational as power. Kobeni arrives a little later, and Makima is expected to join them later. As they peruse the menu, Denji recalls his promise of a kiss from Himeno, and she jokes that she will fulfill it once she is a little more intoxicated. The new members introduce themselves, with Denji revealing his love for eating and sleeping, as well as his age of 16. Hirokazu, who is 22 years old, introduces himself and shares that he has a contract with the Fox Devil, and his hobby is writing haikus. Aki notes that he also has a contract with the same devil as Hirokazu, and explains that the Fox Devil is friendly with humans and has numerous contracts with devil hunters. Himeno adds that only attractive people can use the Fox Devil's head. Kobeni then introduces herself, disclosing her age of 20, but keeping her devil contract a secret. She also mentions her love for delicious food. When Fushi is questioned about his missing newbie, he reveals that the person died the previous day. They explain that the devils that are too difficult for civilian devil hunters to handle are passed on to the Public Safety Division, which is a high-risk occupation. Himeno then declares that Denji will not die since he is waiting for a kiss from her, and another member jokes that Himeno has already kissed everyone except for the newbies. Denji becomes ecstatic at the prospect of receiving a promised kiss. As Makima arrives, She overhears Denji's conversation and wonders if he will be kissing someone. Denji quickly denies it, but Himeno jokingly questions if he doesn't want her kiss anymore. Denji clarifies that he still wants it, but is hesitant to do it in front of Makima. He is torn between his desire for a French kiss from Himeno and his reluctance for Makima to witness it. To change the topic, Denji informs Makima about finding a gun devil's piece, but she is already aware of the situation. Aki adds that more devils with gun devil's pieces are appearing, and one even targeted Denji, prompting him to wonder if Makima knows anything about it. Makima responds by suggesting a drinking competition, and offers to reveal what she knows if Aki can outdrink her. Himeno joins in, and the three begin to down beer after beer. During a conversation between Power and one of the members, the member expresses their admiration for Power's ability to suppress her violent urges. Power attributes this to her high IQ. The member expresses surprise and asks what her IQ is. Power initially responds with 100, but when the member reveals that she has the same IQ, Power changes her answer to 120. The conversation then shifts to Fushi's IQ, which he reveals to be 134. However, Power then claims that her own IQ is either 500 or 1000, which elicits a chuckle from the group. Suddenly, Himeno turns and starts kissing Denji, who becomes excited, and notes on how soft her lips feel. However, he soon realizes that she is throwing up in his mouth. Everyone witnesses the bizarre scene and begins to laugh. Power explains that Denji has a habit of swallowing anything with nutritional value, and in that moment, he ends up swallowing the vomit. This experience triggers a childhood memory for Denji, who recalls scavenging for food in the trash cans and watching rats eat a drunk man's vomit. He laughs to himself, imagining how shameful it must be for the rats. Denji is in the bathroom, vomiting, and Hirokazu is helping him. Hirokazu comments that he's good at this because his mother drinks heavily every day after work. He expresses his envy of Denji, who is a skilled devil hunter, while he himself has no talent for it. Denji tells him not to envy him, reminding him that his first kiss was with vomit. After the meeting, Himeno helps Denji, who is unable to walk home. Later that night, Denji wakes up feeling thirsty and Himeno, who is clearly drunk, offers him beer by pouring it from her mouth into his. Denji feels nauseous and dizzy, and Himeno slurs her words as she asks if he loves Makima. She expresses annoyance that both he and Aki have feelings for Makima, and then lie down next to him, before suggesting that they have sex. And with that, we conclude this episode.